God damn it, forget it. What? What did that error message say? Oh shit. That failed to host a server, so I don't even know. Let me fucking just have something go right. Okay. I was supposed to start doing this over an hour ago. But just like everything else this week, shit had to go wrong. Of course it did. You know, it gives me something to talk about while I do whatever the fuck for the next however fucking long. Maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most. Fucking, let's just recap the past. Right? It started on Monday, right? Yeah, Monday. So just almost 7 days, maybe 6.5 days. All right, let's just go back, right, to Monday of last week, right? 6.5 days, or well, I guess almost exactly 6 days ago at this point, if you count when Monday started. Anyways, right? The point is, it's Sunday at 10:40 p.m., so you know, almost exactly 7 days ago. Anyways, right? That Monday, right? It was cold, right? It wasn't like it was cold, right? It had snowed very recently. The weather was still cold, and now it was like raining, but it was still kind of around freezing temperatures. So it was like you know the surfaces were very slippery. Okay, rain would fall and then freeze on the ground, so it was ice everywhere. So what happens? All right, I go to class. Right, I still go to class. Right, I get out there. I'm like slipping around the sidewalk where it hasn't been salted yet. I'm fucking powering my way through. Right, just shuffling everywhere. Right, on my 30-minute walk from here to where I need to be. I get there. Right, we're waiting on. I get there. I'm in the. I go into the room. Set up all my stuff, whatever. I'm waiting. Other people are coming into the room, setting up all this stuff. Everyone comes in, and then it's time for the class to start. And I hear, while I'm waiting before that, right, while I'm sitting in the room, right, as the time for the class to start is approaching, as people are shuffling in, right, people who are already in there. I can hear one person in particular who's very loudly talking in this very quiet room, to another person, and like the group that they're in, about how they were so annoyed that all the morning classes got canceled because of the slippery conditions, and all the afternoon classes, right? Because it's like, oh, the day will warm up, and then all the stuff will melt the afternoon, which it didn't. Nothing melted by then, so that's cool. They were complaining about that, right? I was like, oh well, whatever. But there's still afternoon classes. We're all here, blah blah blah. It turns out, right, and it's like literally right at when does that class start? It starts at 1, right? Starts at 1. Exactly at 1 o'clock. Everyone receives an email from the professor saying that the class was actually the class is on Zoom for the day. Cool. So everyone fucking went there except for him to the classroom. So what happened was we fucking one person got their laptop out and, you know, set it up at the front of the room with like literally the entire class in the classroom, right? So they set up their laptop facing the entire class so the professor could see all of us in there, right? Because we all fucking made it there. You know, somehow he couldn't fucking do it. And he explains, or, you know, like, you know, he meant to send us a thing, but he meant to send us an email earlier, but it turns out he had sent it. He sent one to his morning class, but he didn't remember to send one to us. So, you know, that's great. Anyway, so, you know, this person has their laptop set up in the front of the class with Zoom with the professor on it. And, you know, then he goes through, you know, the introductory bit of the thing, and he goes like, okay, here's what we're going to be doing right now. You know, do this, this, and this. You know, here's how, you know, here's what I want you to do. It works like this, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, we're going to work on this activity now. So, you know, they need their, you know, this person who has their laptop set up at the front needs their laptop to work on the fucking thing, right? Duh. So, you know, they have, you know, so then they, you know, take it down from the front of the thing, and they, you know, then, you know, they start working on the laptop, right? So they exit out of Zoom, right? So now we have no communication with the professor because we're, you know, we're just doing the in-class activity thing, right? Whatever. And so, you know, everyone's just kind of doing their own thing, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, we can just kind of all you know, we can just leave. Some other people started leaving, like, okay, whatever, just leave. I'm not, you know, we're not going to be sitting here in the classroom when the whole thing was supposed to be on Zoom anyways. And also now we don't even have contact with the professor anymore. It's like, whatever, right? And this is the thing we're supposed to be doing. Cool. Turns out that at some point, I guess, just later, he decided that, like, and we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it, okay? So that's what happened that day. So I was like, okay, fine, fucking, if this is all we're gonna be doing right now, all right, this is the thing that he wanted us to do, and we no longer have communication with him, I'm gonna leave. And I wasn't the first one to leave either, so I was, you know, I was like, I'm also gonna leave. I'm gonna go back to my apartment and work on this from the comfort of here with my, you know, desktop PC, dual monitor, chair, make some tea, you know, the comforts of home, right? And right, and that went all fine and dandy. I finished the thing that I was supposed to do, right, relatively quickly. It was easy, except for the fact that I shouldn't have even had to do it in the first place, because I actually I had finished it, and I was still at the classroom, but I exited without saving. So even though I had done it, I still had to do it again because I forgot to save when I exited the program, and it doesn't have autosave, so that's cool. Anyways, but I redid it again when I got home. It was no big deal, right? So, so this is Tuesday. Everything, you know, all emails were sent on time because it was, again, slippery outside. You know, couldn't really walk anywhere. All emails were sent in time. Zoom was fine. Cool. At least I can remember, nothing went wrong. Or if something did go wrong, it wasn't memorable to me. Anyways. So then it's Wednesday. All right, I go back to the same class. You know, I'm chilling. I get there. I'm waiting. You know, blah, blah, blah. Class starts. Cool, whatever. Everything's going fine. And then he brings up this random assignment that apparently which I hadn't heard of, but apparently he introduced it he introduced it to the class later on Monday after we had already disconnected from the Zoom. Like at some point later, he just apparently introduced it somehow, and I don't know if there was an announcement that he like posted anywhere or emailed any. I don't think he did. But there was just a thing apparently that you also had another thing that had to, there was nothing to do. It's like, oh fuck, okay, cool. Then now it's like I'm stressed because it's like there's a thing that I should have been apparently working on for a little bit that I haven't because I didn't even know about it because this fucker couldn't. His solution to realizing they didn't email us was to. All he had to do on Monday was show up to class in person after realizing, oh shit, I didn't send an email in time. Everyone's probably gone to class. I should just go over there myself too. Instead his solution was fucking like, oopsie, I fucked up. Zoom. You just go on Zoom anyways. Have the one person, and we came up with our own solution of, one person. Right? As a collective, we came up with the solution of, okay, have someone put their laptop at the front, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, well, now this person has to work on the in-class assignment, so they take their laptop down, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, there's no point in it. Anyways. So all this could have been resolved that he just fucking, I don't know, surely decided to, to mend his fuck up that day. Instead of just taking like the cheap baby solution that doesn't solve jack shit out of it. Right? And it's like, oh shit, so now I'm like in there, right? Like, oh shit, I have this other thing I have to do. And like, okay, fine, I'll do it later, right? I'll do it when I get home. And so, right, and then we're doing an activity because it's a coding class. So it's like, okay, right, and anyone who's taking a coding class knows, like, you just kind of, you sit there, professor will, code, and you just code along with them. You basically just copying everything that they do, right? As this is like the learning thing, right? Where it's like you do the code along to learn the new thing, and then and then you take what you've learned and you do the next thing, right, on your own. So he's doing the fucking code along. And I end up falling behind. I end up falling behind not because I am a particularly slow typer or anything. It's just that I was very distracted because I was in pain. That I was in pain. I accidentally hurt myself, and it's like, ah, shit, right? I had accidentally hurt myself that day. And so there was just lingering pain that was just distracting, and also it was just kind of annoying and frustrating, right? And it's like I'm trying to fucking follow along with this code thing. And it's like I'm fucking like there's this lingering pain. It's like, ow, right? Just kind of there, bothering me. And I fall behind. I'm trying to fucking figure out what I did wrong with the code, and I'm fucking have this lingering pain going on at the same time. It's like, god damn it, I fucking I was getting annoyed and angry and whatever. And also I hadn't eaten like a meal at that point in like 36 hours. I'd just been like living off of fucking like one packet of fruit snacks, sunflower seeds, and some tea. Because one because of Pal World distracting me, and also yeah, no, just Pal. Okay, no, hold on, no, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. No. At that point, I hadn't eaten in I hadn't eaten in 24 hours ish by that point. I'm sorry, right? I hadn't eaten 24 hours ish by that point. And so, because of like all this shit, and so, anyways, like I fall behind the thing. I'm fucking lingering pain. I'm annoyed. I just stopped following along with the thing. It's like fucking, I hate this shit, and I just fucking sit there for the rest of class doing nothing. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking deal with this shit later. Right? All these things I have to do for this class. which is why I ended up going to the aforementioned, like, basically 2 days without actually like eating an actual meal, because I spent the whole rest of that night after I got back, after going to another class after that one for like, that was like an hour and a half long class or whatever. Right, so the first class is like 2 hours 40 minutes. The next one was like an hour and an hour and 10 minutes. All right, so you know, I sat in the first class for like an hour and 40 minutes, just kind of literally doing nothing. I actually turned my laptop off for most of the remaining time and was just like annoyed, still hurt a little bit, still feeling the pain, the physical pain, and fucking annoyed with everything. And then I went to the next class, which is immediately after that one, for another hour 40 minutes. Then I came home to here, right? Then I spent the whole rest of the night working on all the fucking shit for that coding class. Got it all done. But, you know, it took me, because I get back at around like 6. Or whatever the fuck, right? From all those things. So I get back here at like 6, and I spent the whole rest of I spent from 6 to like 10 working on all that coding shit. Which means I never had time to like cook anything, because I didn't have anything to eat. I didn't have any leftovers, didn't have nothing. I just had my sunflower seeds, basically. Like, that's it. Right? So I finished all that shit like, I don't know, like 9-ish, maybe 9:30, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? This is the closest thing to a meal I had in that like 48-hour period. Was I made, like, they sell like these boxes of like, you know, like pre-mixed, like you know, it's like baking stuff basically, but it's the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. So the closest thing I had to like an actual meal in like 48 hours was I made like a little box of Red Lobster cheddar cheese biscuits. Like, anyway, well, not cheddar cheese biscuits are goddamn amazing, but anyways. So then now we move on to Thursday. And I told this story yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. No. Maybe 2 days ago. I don't even know. I think it was, no, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago. Fucking first class. My capstone. This is the one where I had a question. And this is, you know, I had a question. Professor had asked like 2 minutes ago or 2 minutes prior, like, does anyone need anything from me? And I was, you know, I didn't have a question at the time, but then I thought of, because I was like in the middle of like thinking about stuff, and I came up with this clever thing for because we have to do like an exhibition stuff and like submit stuff to like an exhibition catalog and whatever else. And I came up with an idea like, oh, like what if we, like in our work that we submit, we put like a QR code like in the corner of all of like our work that links to like our portfolio website, right? And I thought like, oh, that's brilliant. And I was like, my question was like, oh, okay, do you think that like the people who do the catalog and whatever the fuck out in the exhibitions will like accept it, or like will they allow us to do that? And I was like, that's a pretty great question. So I was like, you know, but he had just asked if anyone had a question, and he, you know, started to do stuff on his laptop. So I was like, okay, I'll just raise my hand. So whenever he's ready to like, you know, I'll raise my hand. So it's like, okay, right? 'Cause it's like raising the hand allows it for, it's like, right? He'll look up when he isn't busy doing whatever it is he just started doing on his laptop, right? Once he finishes whatever it is he's doing, right, and he'll look up at the class, you know, be like, okay, like just checking on everyone's good, okay, back to my, right? You know, I'm anticipating it, and that's exactly what he does. And like I said, whenever I told the story like 2 days ago, the fucking first thing he does when he sees me with my hand raised was immediately response was, Thomas, why on earth do you have your hand raised, right? Because he's like, because it's like, you know, and then everyone just kind of laughs at it. And everyone just kind of starts fucking laughing, I guess, either at me or at like his response or both. Because like, you know, I guess the expectation is, you know, like, just call my, just say my name out loud, like just get my attention, say my name or something, right? Like because I guess like I think he also said that like guys just say just say my name, like just blurt it out, just get my attention like that. And it's like, and cool. It's like I don't want to do that. I can just, what the fuck's wrong with raising my hand, dick? I don't know why the fuck you're calling me out over it. But anyways, so that was fucking like, yeah, thanks asshole, I guess. So that was embarrassing. And then the next class I have later and I have like and then I go through that class, almost 3 hours. For some reason they're all in like hour, and like all the classes are like never like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Are like you have like a 50-minute class, or you can have like an hour 10-minute class, or like an hour 40-minute class, or 2 hour 40-minute class. Like those are all the different like lengths of classes that for some reason they tend to do. That one was a 2 hour 40-minute one. All right, so do that, and it's like, okay, fucking, I'm gonna go back to my apartment because I have 2 hours in between the end of that one and the start of my second one for the day. All right, so I go back to my apartment, spend like an hour that I have to be here. Then there's like half an hour from there to here. Then I have an hour, then another half hour to walk back to basically the exact same building, because of my second class. So I come back here. Hang out for an hour, then walk back. And I like to get to my classes like early, right? Like 10 minutes early, maybe 15 minutes early. Sometimes if I like to be on the more safer side, so sometimes I end up being there like 20 minutes early, right? Whatever. And so when I walked into the point is when I walked into the classroom and I was early like I normally am, and there was no one there, I was like, yeah, that's normal. I tend to show up before pretty much anyone anyways. And I'm sitting there, sitting there chilling. And I look and I see that it's like 5 minutes before class and no one else has shown up yet. And it's like, that's unusual because normally by that point there's like maybe 2, 3 other people. Everyone just tends to come in like right on the, right at the mark, And so I was like, okay, that's a little bit weird, but within the realm of possibility. And then then I'm curious. And I start looking. And I found that this professor had emailed us like 2 hours before, like 2 hours ago, saying that the class was on Zoom again, just like on Monday, because he still didn't have his laptop. And it's like, oh my fucking god, right? He doesn't and here's the thing, right? He said in the email, the class was on Zoom because he didn't have access to his laptop, his laptop still, so he had to do it from his desktop at his house. And it's like, here's the thing, right? He had mentioned that he had left his laptop somewhere else over the weekend that he was traveling to, right? And it's like, oh, but on Monday he mentioned that, and I quote, or sort of quote, I don't remember the exact words, but he said specifically that I left my laptop at this place, so I'm working on this computer, which is older and slower, so things might not work. He said the word computer, not desktop, not laptop. It didn't specify which type of computer, just computer, right? And I assume that it was a laptop, because all these people tend to just fucking work on laptops, right? All these fucking art people. I'm like one of like 3 people that I know out of like the 40-ish, 50-ish people that I have been in classes with that use a Windows laptop, but all of them use laptops, including professors and teachers' assistants and all that. Like one of like 3 people that use a Windows laptop, and all of them probably, right, and the rest of them all use a fucking, MacBook laptop, right? So I can just assume that when he said computer, he meant he had an older laptop lying around that he was using, right? Because he didn't specify laptop or desktop. I've just been running around my base just telling this fucking story, doing nothing, right? And so, but in this email that he sent that day, 2 hours before the class, he specified that he had to do it from his, right? He specified finally what kind of computer it was. It was a desktop. not a laptop. So he was going to do it on Zoom again because he had to do it off of his desktop, which he didn't specify was a desktop before. So I couldn't have known that, and just being like, oh, he's going to have to do it from a desktop. So he has to do it from there, right? It's not an old laptop he's doing. He just said it's an old computer. So I just assumed it was an old laptop because all these people fucking... I assumed it was specifically an old MacBook. That's probably exactly what these fucking people would have, right? If they had an old computer, right? Which he referred to as an old computer. It's got to be a fucking old MacBook. Of course it is, right? Nope. Now we learn it's a desktop. So now we learn that he has to do it from his home because he has to, because he can't move the fucking thing because it's a goddamn desktop computer, not a laptop computer. So I'm in the fucking classroom alone. I had walked back there, didn't have to do it. It's just like, oh, fucking Christ, right? You know, off my shitty laptop, doing a fucking Zoom call on the fucking speakers on it and shit. It has a shitty old microphone because this laptop is like 5 years old. Ah, cool. Fucking thanks for the inconvenience. All right. All right, so then that was Thursday. Then we go on to Friday, which was, I think, the last time you played on the actual, like, original PAL World save file that I had. And then shit went fucking wrong with the fucking save file. And I had to fucking just start a new one. Right? So that happened. So that's finally something that isn't just like, you know, it's more trivial, I guess, but still fucking annoying. Right, and so then we get to yesterday, right? Yesterday, what I did was, I had spent several hours kind of like panicking over like, was I didn't have access to upload stuff to a box folder, right? That I need to submit stuff to. And shit, so I emailed, and this is like for like the exhibition and catalog and stuff. So I emailed, and like those are the things that like, okay, right? They're separate from the capstone class, but the professor for the capstone class, you know, they're like, okay, right, your project for this class is going to be submitting to these things, right, to these exhibitions and this catalog and stuff, right? That's for like, you know, people, you know, for seniors, right, who are graduating and stuff, right? Like these are the senior exposition catalog and stuff like that. And so, you know, I was contacting the person who's in charge of that and all that for the fucking day. They weren't responding the entire day. They didn't respond the entire day, but I also emailed the professor asking about like what the, because like when I emailed, like I had a couple questions about like, you know, how do I categorize my work and stuff, and then I realized, oh shit, I can't actually access the thing that I needed access to upload all the stuff to. So then I emailed him about that too, and also the person in charge of all that stuff. He emails me back. The professor emails me back. And when I emailed him about it, I had stated that, and this is something that I've mentioned, I think, on stream before, but I am a senior this semester, meaning that, and by that I mean, I became a senior this semester. I graduate after the fall, after this next fall, right? So in that email I sent to my professor, I was like, oh, what the fuck do you want me to do about like the thing you want us to do for this class? Because like, I don't think I'm in this exposition and catalog because since I graduate in the fall, right, in the next fall semester, I technically fall, I guess, under like the next year's batch, right, the next year's version, like the next year's edition of all this stuff. I was like, okay, right, like, but the point is I spent like the whole day for kind of like stressing out about it. But I didn't get back from the person who was like in charge of in charge of that stuff. It's like, so that's the thing, right? But like now, but like at least my professor for the capstone like understands, like, oh yeah, okay, like okay, like whatever, fine, right? Like, it makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Like that's probably why. Okay. Then whatever. Right. You don't really have to like worry about it. Right. So that's, so cool. And then, right, so I spent like several hours stressing about that yesterday, but I never got an email back from the person in charge of that stuff. And then we get to today, where, and now we get back to what I started the stream with, was I want to do this a long time, or I want to start the stream a long time before I actually ended up doing it. Why didn't I start it sooner? Because fucking at some point during the day, one of my hard drives just, I don't know what happened to it, but it just wasn't showing up anymore. Turns out, right? It just stopped showing up. So, I had to take my fucking, I had to open up the case, open up both the back panel and the front panel, unplug wires, plug them into new ports on the motherboard, right? The SATA cable or the SATA data cable or whatever the fuck, right? And it wasn't showing up a couple times. And after restarting the computer, restart the computer, it doesn't show up, restart the computer. And after doing another thing, right, moving the cable over here, switching out SATA power cable, whatever, blah, blah. Eventually it shows up and it's like, okay, great. Then my computer loves to do this thing where if it has anything different, if it's on a new Wi-Fi that hasn't been on in a while even, or just something changed physically about it, anything, it loves to fucking do this thing where it doesn't know what internet is. It just doesn't know. It'll just be like, there's no internet. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Fuck you. And you have to restart it, right? Like, restart it once, doesn't do shit. Restart it again, doesn't do shit. And every time, by the way, it doesn't normally, when you turn on a computer, right, you turn it on, it's like, okay, beep, boop, pop, right, loading, boom, there's the fucking login thing, right? It always takes, a certain amount of time, right? It always takes the exact same amount of time, more or less, right? And you're used to that amount of time. But when it likes to do this shit, and, it likes to take, like, an extra minute to fucking, like, get going. It's like, but, like, you don't know if it's actually going to work or not, right? Because, like, one of the times, I hit the power button, it went up, it spun up, blah, blah. The monitors, like, reacted, it, like, turned on, but nothing showed up, and then the monitors just turned off and nothing happened. It's like, right? But you have to wait a whole minute to actually even figure out if it just decides to even turn on. It's like, so, and you just hold the fucking power button to turn it off. So, so I'm doing this fucking song and dance with my fucking computer that it loves to do. And then only eventually, right, does it detect the Wi-Fi after I power it on. But then it loves to do the next step, which is, oh, hey, you know what? Turns out there was Wi-Fi, bud. There was. You know what? I don't feel like it, though. Fuck you. It'll say there's a connection for about 2 minutes, and then it decides, I don't know what internet is anymore, and it just stops working again. They have to fucking restart it again, and it will do the same thing a couple more times, and then only after restarting it in that scenario, like 5+ times, does it then finally work completely fine again. And then, right, then I had to put all the panels back on. Some screws were not cooperating; they just kept falling off the bit of the screwdriver. It was annoying as shit. Okay, get the computer to work finally. All right, I'm like an hour late, but goddamn it, it's all working again. I can finally stream. Then at, I forget what it was, 10:30 when I got, right, so I fucking got my computer set up, and then and only exactly then, while I had been working on fixing my computer, I actually had received an email from the person in charge of that fucking catalog and exhibition about my fucking about my issues not being able to upload my shit. So then I fucking spent and then I go and click on the thing, the link that they gave me for it, blah blah blah. I still, right, I have a folder now. I have a folder for me, but I don't have any fucking access to do anything with it. I still can't upload shit to it. So I just right before I started the stream, I emailed them, right, informing them like, okay, hey, the folder's there. I can't upload to it still though. It's like fucking, I swear to God. And and also at some point during the week, I think like I don't even know anymore. On like Friday or something, because I feel like this happened when whatever the first day was so I went back. I ate the cheddar biscuits on Friday after working all this out on Thursday. So Friday was the first day that I had cooked the meal, and it was chicken and pasta and shit. And I like to make chicken skins. I don't know if it was the chicken, right? Because I get chicken with skin on and bone in. Why? Because I like to save the bones to make broth, and chicken skins, or the chicken with the skin on, to make chicken skins like a snack while I cook. And they're fucking delicious. I love chicken skins. I don't know if it was the chicken skins, because they are crispy, right? Or sunflower seeds. One of those two is the only two like crispy or like hard, sharp edge things that have whatever, they're brittle. That's the word, brittle. It was either the chicken skins or the sunflower seeds. I don't know which one. But I guess one of them had cut open my mouth a little bit. On the right side. Both inside of the cheek and also on the gums. So for the past few days, I've had a fucking cut on the inside of my mouth, which has been also annoying me. And also, when I made that pasta, I like to add hot sauce to it. I had some, it's not Tabasco. I had two hot sauce. I had like a Louisiana one, and then also because I like to add a little bit of like real spice to it. I have right now I just normally find like whatever the hottest hot sauce is at the grocery store. And this one is, it's always ghost pepper. All the stores only ever go up to ghost pepper. So I have the ghost pepper hot sauce. And normally, just do some drops into the sauce, right? Whatever. I just completely blanked. Now, because most of them will have like, the like a little plastic thing that kind of makes the like a little cap on the inside with like the little tiny hole in it. So you do drops, right? So it kind of makes it so it does actual drops. This one doesn't have that, and I completely forgot about it. So I'm just, I'm like, okay, I'm tipping it over, gonna pour it. I'm expecting just some drops. This one doesn't have that, so it just goes glug, glug, and I'm like, oh shit. And I fucking, tip it back up right. After 2 glugs of ghost pepper hot sauce went into my tomato sauce, I was like, well, fuck it. I'm not gonna, I don't want to waste this. I don't want to waste the goddamn tomato sauce now. So I fucking had extra spicy fucking pasta with a fucking mouth that was apparently cut open, which I didn't learn until I started eating the spicy stuff, and like that really fucking started to be like, ow. So that was great. So that's been going on the whole weekend too, because it's still there. That hasn't gone away. And so naturally, when I was fixing my computer and like all this shit, I had completely lost my goddamn mind. I had an empty Coke can. I was like, all of this shit, right? I had listened for the whole week. And I was like, God, fuck, right? Because when I realized, so this is actually, I realized that one of my hard drives or SSDs had just vanished. Was when I tried to open Palworld, because it was sick, because I have my Steam library on that drive. I opened up Palworld. And I was running, oh shit, right, I wanted to stream Palworld. And I clicked on it and it said, there's nothing there. You want to just reinstall it again? I was like, what? And so that's when I looked and I saw I didn't have my fucking drive. Right? And so when I saw that happen after everything else that had been going on, I just was like, fucking, I just had an empty Coke can. It's a mini Coke can. I just fucking fuck. I was just like, God, fuck, right? Literally exactly like that. Like, God, fucking damn it. And I just kind of literally with this amount of energy, right? Literally exactly like that. Just kind of ugh, through it. At my monitor. the lip of, and I've since put the Coke can up to the monitor now to like see the lip of the Coke can. Not like the side of the Coke can, not the bottom of it, not the tab, the lip struck the monitor right there. And most of it still fucking works, right? Most of it still fucking, it's just that there's this, what, in a couple of lines, but right there, the lip of the Coke can struck my monitor. So that's great. Because fucking, of course. Because I'm just fucking, I was done, damn it. I'm like, I swear to God. I'm just fucking done at this point. Like, ugh. And that was my week, up until right now. That was literally the entire last exactly 7 days. Where's the I don't even have cooking pot unlocked, do I? Where is it? Oh. I need that and I need what? Plantation and mill. I don't have the mill at least. What about the plantation? Nope. Mill is where? Where's the mill? Oh, okay. Already had it. Alright, so wheat plantation. I'll just build and deconstruct. I don't really want it. It's also bigger than the berries. And then also just for insult to injury or another more insult to injury. Since I had started installing Power World again, when the other drive wasn't showing up, when I finally got everything back on track with my computer, I still have to wait for Power World to download again. Because there's no way to actually like truly cancel the fucking download on Steam. You can only pause it. So even though once I got the fucking other drive reconnected, still have to finish the fucking download to the other drive before it would allow me to play the fucking game. Like, okay. You know, I never even bothered to check this. I'm going to check right now. Okay, good. All this stuff is there. Yeah. So I have 2 instances of Power World installed. I need what now? I need ingots. There we go. I'll just build this back here. What was the last sort of mill? Mill. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'll just have it. I know it.
Yeah.
I hope that the wheat doesn't end up being annoying. The berries are just simple. It looks like I have to make the bread though. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember to do that ever. Is that everything? That's everything. Upgrade the base time. It is way too long. These are full of eggs, right? Yes, but it's not that full. Hold on, some B. Come on. There, we're good enough. All right. I'm gonna clean up some of this wood. God damn. Still so much of it down here. Yeah, I'm gonna help out the fucking Relaxosaurus. Oh my god, they respawned again. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm finally going to move. a little bit over to here. No. I want to find a good spot. I haven't caught one of these things yet. All right. I'm gonna just look around on the map first, see if there's anywhere that I remember being good. Which I don't. Maybe around there? I need to take a look and see. I want to build another base. Come on, dismount. There we go. Okay. I have belt, yes, okay. Oh my god, can I just teleport? Okay. I'm gonna go all the way up here. See if there's anywhere good around here. Out again with this. Let me see. I don't want anything in the cold area because that's just extra work. Uh-oh. No. Just let me out. Okay. Swear to God, if I had to make a new world again. See, up there's a cool, like, thing, but I don't want to... There's no resources for anyone to do anything. Unless, actually, let me see. There's a stone. There's a... What if there's an ore one? Flower bed. So... I don't think so. Oh, okay, that kind of mine. Yeah, there's no way to I need ore. The only question I have is, does material trans? What the fuck is that? It's that dungeon, I see. Do resources transfer between chests between bases is the question. Assuming no. Oh, what do you mean major injury? The fuck did it do to itself? Alright, whatever. Whatever. Okay. Let's see if there's anywhere good. Things hostile, of course. Are there any base plateaus anywhere? Anywhere with ore and stuff? Honestly, just the ore. Preferably up here, but there's one ore there. This is the cold zone, so I don't want to build it in here. Right back towards the statue now. Okay. I just wanted the egg. Let's see. Some more chillets. There's some over here. And also sulfur. Not really in a great spot though. I hear clicking. Not interested. That's sulfur quartz. There's those things that are just annoying. God damn it. I blame those things being aggro. That's the oops. I tried to jump over this gap. But I wouldn't get seen. That's a flat spot. Nope. This is also a flat spot. Not cleared out though. This is an interesting spot. Not interesting enough though. Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be anywhere good around here. Okay. No, I think it's climbing, honestly. Why not? This one's massive. Alright. What is going on over here? I know there was like the building with the thing, but I mean, is there anything else? There's just decoration. Looks like decoration. There is one statue near me. Sort of. There was one closer to me before, too. Uh, what is this? Sulfur? Sulfur, goddamn it. Quartz. And ore. This isn't a terrible spot. I hear a shiny. Is a shiny penguin? I'll check on it in a second. I am right next to it. Ooh, it's one of these things. Okay, don't kill me though. Can you guys help or what? Like, oh. It did 1,000 damage. Oh. How was it doing 800 to it earlier? Unless something else was doing 800 earlier. Oh shit. Why are you like this? I need to keep this like barrier thing of the bridge between me and it. Uh-oh, where the fuck am I? Okay, I was like out of the map again. Oh. Jesus H. Christ, this thing is fucking strong. Oh god, I don't want to be next to this. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking of maybe like trying to get it to hit the mammoth that was there. Get them to fight each other. Nope. Ooh, I have a gold key now. All right. I'll just leave then. Not again. There's got to be a penguin. Oh my god, why? God damn it. Me and my fucking luck. I have no way to get this fucking... I just don't. Oh. I wish. I don't have a fire type. It just clip into... And I wasn't going to be able to capture it, let's be honest. God damn it, that's so... You're joking, right? The game is taunting me.
Yeah.
What I'm learning is having a fire type would be really nice. Sadly, I don't think there's is there a fire type boss? I would need to be higher level anyways, but still. What's up with you? You're level 21, huh? I could catch a fire type. Alright, well I accomplished nothing today then. Learn fire types are a good idea. I should also go east, honestly. East or maybe west? I don't know. It should just be like, it seems like this region, then this region, then maybe this region, then in terms of the local, like, big bosses. Yeah. Short stream didn't accomplish much other than just vent and explore a little bit in areas I already was for a good base location. Whatever. Can't win them all.